Assalamu alaikum students. Students, in this video I'll discuss about the tract of the spinal cord, the ascending tract of the spinal cord, or different ascending tracts present in the white matter of the spinal cord, and the arrangements of the neurons in the ascending tract of the spinal cord. So before moving toward the ascending tract of the spinal cord, we should have to know some anatomical terms, gross features of the spinal cord. So this is the gray matter and the white matter present in the spinal cord. The central part of the spinal cord is the gray matter, while the peripheral portion of the spinal cord is the white matter. Central gray matter, due to the presence of cell bodies, its appearance is gray, while the peripheral part of the spinal cord is the white matter. Gray matter contains dorsal gray columns, gray commissure, lateral gray column, ventral gray column, and the central canal. And other white matter also contains the posterior funiculus, posterior white commissure, lateral funiculus, ventral white commissure, and anterior funiculus. The anterior median fission is present on the anterior side of the spinal cord, while the posterior median sulcus is present on the posterior side of the spinal cord. Now moving toward the today's topic, the tract of the spinal cord. The tract. On entering the spinal cord, the sensory nerve fibers of the different sizes are segregated into nerve bundles or tracts in the white matter. So the nerve bundles or the tracts that are segregated into the white matter of the spinal cord. When the sensory nerve fibers enter the spinal cord, these are called the tract. The tract, other name of the tract is fasciculi or lemnisci. Lemniscus is the single, fasciculus is the single. Then tract is a bundle of nerve fibers that connect the two masses of the gray matter while running in the white matter. So the tract are helping to connect the two masses of the gray matter. Two masses of the gray matter. The tract is named according to the masses of the gray matter that they connect. The tract can be the ascending and descending tract of the spinal cord. So here you can see in this diagram, these are the ascending tracts: dorsal column tract, lateral spinothalamic tract, ventral spinothalamic tract, while on this side the descending tracts are the lateral corticospinal tract and the ventral corticospinal tract. In this video I'll talk about the ascending tract. The ascending tracts you can see in this diagram. These ascending tracts, those tracts that ascend toward the higher brain center, which may be the cerebral cortex in case of the ascending tract. They are sensory in nature as they take the sensory sensation from the periphery. There are different ascending tracts present in white matter of the spinal cord. Number wise, in posterior white column, in the posterior white column you can see there are the fasciculus gracilis and the fasciculus cuneatus. There are two tracts present in the posterior white column, and in the lateral white column there are posterior or anterior spinocerebral, dorsal posterior spinocerebral tract or anterior spinocerebral tract, lateral spinothalamic tract, spinotactile tract, spinoreticular tract, and the dorsal lateral or leisure tract. These tracts are present in the lateral white column of the spinal cord. Then in the anterior white column, the ascending tracts are the anterior spinothalamic tract. You can see ventral spinothalamic tract here, spinoalveolar tract, spinotactile tract, and spinoreticular tract. Another tract present in the ascending tract or in the anterior white column of the spinal cord. So these are the tracts of the ascending tracts. Now the arrangement of the neurons in the ascending tracts. The arrangements are the organizations of the neurons in the ascending tracts. Commonly there are three types of neurons in the ascending tracts. These are the first order neurons, second order neurons and third order neurons. First order neurons present in the dorsal nerve root ganglion, second order neurons present in the dorsal gray column or the posterior gray column, and the third order neurons are present in the thalamus. Then the termination of this tract in the higher brain center. In case of this ascending tract, sensory cortex. This is the diagrammatically representation of this arrangement. The sensory axon enters the dorsal root and then the dorsal column neuron. In the midline, the second order neuron crosses over, and in case of lateral spinothalamic tract, it ends in the thalamus, and while anterior spinothalamic tract, the ventral posterior lateral nucleus, then the signal move toward the sensory cortex. In this diagram you can see clearly the first order neuron is present in the dorsal root ganglion, which is present within the dorsal root of the spinal nerve. It is sensory in function. It receives the stimulus from the periphery, in this the pain and the temperature. In this, the first order neuron receives the stimulus from the periphery by its peripheral processes, as it has two processes, the peripheral and the central. The peripheral processes, by its peripheral process, it receives the stimulus from the periphery and sends the sensory signal to the dorsal nerve root ganglion by its central process. Then the second order neuron. The second order neurons are present in the dorsal gray horn and are mostly second order neurons crosses the midline. You can see in this diagram. This second order neuron crosses the midline in the dorsal gray horn or dorsal gray column. The first order neuron synapse with the second order neuron within the dorsal gray column. Then the third order neuron. They arise within the thalamus. They terminate in the higher brain center. In case of the ascending tract, the cerebral cortex. They terminate in the higher brain center. In the thalamus, the second order neuron synapse with the third order neurons, and finally end in the higher brain center. You can see in this diagram. So this is end up of the ascending tract of the spinal cord. Thank you very much.